Welcome to the Climate Water Outlook for summer 2021-22. With La Nina now underway, summer could be wetter than normal across eastern parts of the country. But first, let's look at recent conditions. Spring has been wetter than normal, with much of the rain falling in October and November. Some regions have recorded more than 3 times their normal November rainfall. The Wide Bay Burnett region in Queensland also received above average rain, easing the long-term drought after having missed out on the La Nina rains last summer. Spring days were very much warmer than average for much of northern Australia, with record temperatures across the top end. Darwin had 3 days in a row over 36 degrees, the first such sequence in November on record. In contrast, maximum temperatures across southern Australia were the coolest since 2016. With above average spring rainfall, soil moisture in the top metre is very much above average across much of Australia. This has increased runoff with recent rains, contributing to flooding in some areas of the country. It also means most water storage levels are higher across eastern Australia and the southwest coast compared to this time in 2020. One exception is in southeast Queensland, where total water storage levels remain similar to last year. So what will influence our climate in the coming months? In the Pacific Ocean, La Nina is now established for the second year in a row, with cooler than normal water in the central and eastern Pacific and warmer waters near Australia. This pattern is likely to continue until at least the end of January. La Nina typically increases the likelihood of above average rainfall over summer across much of northern and eastern Australia. In the Indian Ocean, the negative Indian Ocean dipole pattern of warmer waters near Indonesia and cooler waters off Africa has influenced our climate for much of winter and spring, but it's now approaching its end. Warmer waters may persist to the northwest of Australia, which may increase the chance of rainfall at times. To the south, very strong winds over Antarctica help draw weather systems further south in October and November, adding to the wetter conditions in New South Wales and Victoria. This pattern, called the Southern Annular Mode, is likely to remain in place during December. So what does this mean for the summer outlook? La Nina is likely to bring wetter than average conditions across parts of eastern Australia, with highest chance of above average rainfall in eastern Queensland. The streamflow outlook for November to January suggests high flows are likely in streams and rivers at most locations. These high stream flows and forecast above average rainfall for already saturated catchments means there is an increased risk of widespread flooding. Summer days are likely to be warmer than average across most of Australia, except in parts of the southeast. Minimum temperatures are likely to be above average across most of the country, so we're all in for some warmer nights. A wetter forecast and observed conditions means normal to below normal fire potential in many forested areas east of the Great Divide. However, areas that have seen increased grass and crop growth over spring may see that dry out during summer, increasing the grass fire risk. Of course, bushfires happen every summer in Australia, and even short periods of hot and windy weather will increase the bushfire risk. So keep an eye on the Bureau's forecasts and warnings. La Nina also means we're expecting an average to above average number of tropical cyclones and tropical lows. We've already seen our first tropical cyclone of the season roughly 3 weeks earlier than normal. So in summary, summer is likely to see above average rainfall across eastern Australia, warmer than average days and nights across most of the country, high stream flows at most locations with an increased risk of widespread flooding, and grass fire risk is raised in areas of New South Wales and Western Australia. You can find out more about the outlooks on the Bureau's website. We'll see you next time.